It's Monday. This past Friday, Black Friday, I went Black Friday shopping the earliest I have ever gone. 11:30 a.m. Friday morning. So I realize that that's not actually very early, but I don't think I've ever gone before noon. Usually I just go Saturday, if at all. I don't need anything that badly, and I'm not aggressive enough or patient enough to stand in those lines, and I would most likely be the person that gets trampled and is the headline the next morning. I still didn't even start until noon, so I was fine. I was a little bit hesitant to go out that early. Not really that early, but it was still going to be busy. I had this feeling. At least the parking lot. And I was right. Parking lot was packed. But I was headed to Michael's with one mission in mind. Art supplies. My teacher gave me the supply list for next semester. Oh, fantastic. So, I had this great coupon, and I thought about it. I was like, you know what? Michael's might be busy. But I bet the art supply section, not a single person. And I was right. I had that entire aisle empty almost the entire time I was there. And I was there for longer than I care to admit. But this is where my tale takes place. So Michael's has their paints arranged in these columns. Okay, so you have your watercolor column, your acrylic column, and your oil column. And then within that, they're separated by like professional grade, student grade, and another grade. But I needed watercolors. And the brand I needed was right in the middle. It was fine, great, I could reach it. Except that that brand did not have all of the colors I needed. But the brand that did have it was in the section above it. And of course, not only in the section above it, but in the top row of the section above it. And I could not reach my paint. My mother has taught me the art of asking random strangers to reach things for me. However, it was Black Friday, and while there were people everywhere, they were all really busy and had their arms full and just looked like not approachable. And there was a button there in the aisle, and it said push for assistance. And I thought about pushing it, and then I thought, it's Black Friday. Pretty sure that that would not be a good idea. I might end up with a very grumpy Michael's employee. There I am. Cannot reach my paint. Only 2 tubes. I only needed 2 tubes of paint on that shelf. But I could not reach them. So I stayed in the aisle and I got my paintbrushes. Hands down, I got one of the softest paintbrushes I've ever had. Softest brush ever. I have never had a makeup brush that soft. What is wrong with that? And also, why are paintbrushes so much cheaper than base brushes when you know that they are going to be better quality because they're for like high grade paints and you drag them through like thick oil paints and they get all covered in pigment and medium and you beat them up and you can't have them shedding in your paint. Like, they're cheaper and I'm pretty sure it'd be a better idea to use them on my face than other brushes. So I'm just contemplating my brush situation and picking them out and feeling how soft they are. And a man walks by. And I stop him and I say, "Wait, sir, could you help me? I need something on the top shelf." And of course, he laughs, as they always do, and he puts on his reading glasses so that he can read the labels. And I point. I need this color, except that there's 2 tubes of yellow paint in front of the alizarin crimson tube that I actually need. And here, dear Olivia, is where the trouble was caused for him. Because you see, he could not figure out how to get the tube of paint down for me. Now pretend this is a tube of paint. And this is the lid. And then this would twist off and then it kind of goes in. And then it would come back out, it comes down. But they slide into these little things like this. And they just kind of dangle there. And then all you have to do is slide them out. However, there is a flap hanging right here, and it has like the barcode or the name and whatever on it. And so you just boop, you just pull out and it flips up, or flip out and pull out. Not that complicated. But it took him a while before he kept trying to pull it down. No, not gonna work. Eventually, I got a tube of paint down, and then I got another tube of paint whose name I cannot pronounce correctly, so something magenta. Connect. No, not gonna happen. Now we only have 6 days of classes, and I only have 3 days of finals. That means that in these 6 days, I have to get all of my projects done, which means 1 printmaking project, 3 paintings, 1 Viscom project, and then I have a psychology test. Not cool, Robert Frost. That's all I got. Love.